my channel. Today I'm going to do an unboxing of the KDK K14X5 electric fan, which uses a remote control rather than the regulator. Okay, because I'm trying to do this myself, I'm going to unbox it. I'm going to assemble. I'm even going to fix it on the ceiling. I do not like to do all the complicated wirings with the regulators. So this one is using the remote control. So we just have to connect two wires electrically, and that's it. So here we go. Okay, before we start, we better make sure that we have all of these normal hand tools to work with. I got myself a pen knife, a Phillips screwdriver, an electrical test pen. Maybe I will need a long nose, a pliers, and an adjustable wrench. So let's start. To open the box, we have the gonna move that. These are the blades. We have blade number 1, blade number 2, and some warnings. The warranty certificate and the operating and installation instructions. Okay, I'm gonna need this, right? Next, we have the I think that's the cover that goes like that. Yes, that's the hanging stand. Wow, this is the motor. Yeah, that's the motor, and I think that's the receiver for the remote control there. These are the two wires that I was talking about, the live and the neutral. That's it. You don't need any regulators, so the wiring is going to be much simpler and easier. That is why I get this kind of ceiling fan. Okay, batteries provided for the remote control, right? And the batteries that are provided is from the Panasonic brand, so it's a good brand, Panasonic. By the way, KDK is also a well-known brand. It's made in Malaysia, but when you talk about fans, KDK is among the best in Malaysia. So that is why I got this. It's going to last long. Yeah, hope so. And yeah, this is the remote control holder, which you can mount it on the wall so that the remote goes in there. Okay, what else do we have? Yeah, we have the blade number 3 and blade number 4. We have 4 blades total, so I guess the force of the wind is going to be stronger because it has 4 blades as shown on the box itself. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, put the box away. Okay, now before we start, always read the operating and installation instructions if you want to do it yourself, or if you want to have the seller to come to your house to fix it for you. There will be extra charge, so we are trying to save in this crisis time. So let's start with the first page. Doesn't say specifically step 1 to 4, so I guess you have to figure it out yourself. Well, it didn't come with the ceiling hook, so I got to rush to the hardware shop to get this, and the wall plugs that is going to be used to mount the ceiling hook on the ceiling. I have just did the drilling, the hook and the 2 wall plugs, so just need to tighten the wall plugs and then we can start to do the wiring connection. But before we do the connection of the wires, you have to install this motor onto the ceiling. Firstly, you have to pull out this safety pin, unscrew the nut, and slide off the bolt before you take out the rubber pulley, and this part will go up to the ceiling hook for you. Okay, firstly we have to slide the rubber pulley onto the ceiling hook. Make sure it's secured, and slide on the bracket of the motor onto the rubber pulley. So make sure that the rubber pulley sits in between the brackets of the motor. Okay, quickly but safely slide in the bolt and screw on the nut, and don't forget to slide in the safety pin. Okay, take note on the safety harness wire, which is in white color. This is supposed to secure the motor onto the ceiling hook in case of any incidents. Okay, it's for safety feature. Slide the safety harness wire through the ceiling hook. So I've just connected the cables, green to the earth, brown to the live, and blue to the neutral, and I've inserted the batteries into the remote control. So now it's the moment of truth, whether it works or not. Before you install the blades, make sure that the motor works first, because if anything happens and you have already put on the blades, then you have to uninstall it again. So here we go. There you go. Speed number 1, number 2. It gets faster, you can feel it. And 3, it goes even faster. Next, we put on the upper canopy to cover all of those ceiling hooks, electrical connections, the wire harness, and to make it look more presentable. Make sure that the height that you put on the upper canopy is just nice. Okay, do not exactly touch the upper canopy onto the ceiling. Okay, just leave about 5 millimeters away, so that if there is some tiny movement of the fan, the upper canopy will not hit the ceiling and create some noise. Tiny. And now when you're happy and confident about the installation of the motor onto the ceiling, it's time to put on the first blade. Firstly, you take out the two bolts that are screwed onto the motor. For each blade, you have to uninstall two bolts. Now notice these three LED holes on the motor, and on the decoration cap there are three holes there. It must align, yeah, before you put on the decoration cap on. I've done install the fan, the ceiling fan, and here is the remote control. Okay, I'm gonna switch it on. Okay, this is on speed number 1. And let's see whether the timer works. This is for the 1 hour timer. Yep, the LED lights on. 3 hour timer, the LED is still on. And the 6 hour timer. Okay, right, so it wobbles a bit, but it's not dangerous. I guess that's the best that I can do. Probably need to do the balancing later on. Okay, so that's it, the installation of the KDK ceiling remote control fan. Okay, allow me to furthermore describe to you the usage of the remote control. Okay, this is obviously the off on button. Okay, you press once to switch it on and once more to switch it off. And these are the speed 1, 2 and 3. So 3 is the fastest, 1 is the slowest, but if you turn it to 1, to me is already at the optimum speed to get you comfortable with the temperature. Now over here we have 1, 3 and 6H. These are the off timers. Okay, if you press 1 if you want to have it switch on for 1 hour, which means that after 1 hour of operation it will be switched off automatically. So the same goes to 3 hours and 6 hours. And if you wish to cancel your off timer setting, you just press this cancel button. Alright, you can see that here there is a sleep mode button, which if you press it, you cannot see any difference in the lights on the fan or on the remote control itself. So I figured out what it is meant for. Okay, firstly, it only operates on the speed 3 and 2, and also the off timer 6 and 3. Okay, this is the table. As you can see, if you start it with the speed number 3, okay, on the hour 6 it will continue to run at speed number 3 all the way to the 4th hour. And when it reaches 4th hour, which is 2 hours later, it will turn down to speed 2 right there, and it will continue down to the second hour. I mean the second last hour, it will switch on to speed 1. And for the later on, for another 2 hours, it will switch off by itself. Same goes to the speed number 2. It will operate on the second speed on the 6th hour, and on the 4th hour it will switch down to speed 1, and all the way to the last hour. Okay, after it has been operating for 6 hours, it will automatically switch off. So bear in mind, if you want to use the sleep mode, you better read down this manual, or else it will not work. Okay.